How's it going, everybody? My name's Sugarcat, and welcome back to Gray Skies, Dark Waters. Sorry about the lack of video yesterday. I wasn't feeling too hot. I don't know if it's just the weather or something that I ate, but I was just so tired yesterday. I couldn't wake up at all. I was just feeling so gross. So we're going to walk to the volunteer shed. In the last one, we were talking to Merle, I think, and then we went to the beach where we looked at the swans, which could be our mother. Our mother might have transmorphified into a swan. Who knows? Ooh. Okay, there's nothing else here but the volunteer shed. Okay, let's start. Oh, no, I don't want to enter building yet. Water fountain.
The water always tastes a little bit like iron. A little bit like blood.
Ugh. Well, that's gross.
The bathrooms are the size of porta potties, but at least they have soap.
That's a bonus.
The bathrooms.
Oh, okay. Okay, walk to the parking lot. Okay, let's go in the building. Not big on the porta potty
I can't
scene.
believe it. They left the door unlocked. The storm last night must have blown it open.
Convenient.
I think Mom said this used to be one of the outbuildings that belonged to Tintagel, the Simmons estate. They repurposed it to be volunteer headquarters. It's not that big, but there are never very many volunteers.
You don't really need anything that big. Look at all the stuff. Holy
In
moly.
my expert opinion, these were once snickerdoodles. I bet Ginger made them. She's a fantastic baker.
Ooh,
Sasha, the
snickerdoodles.
volunteer coordinator, calls all the volunteers inside for lemonade and cookies during the afternoon. That's why I always liked her when I was younger.
Wow, do I ever want lemonade and cookies now? Other volunteers' cubbies.
If you come in at least one day a week, you get a cubby here to keep your gardening gloves and your water bottle. I guess they never got around to cleaning Mom's out.
Oh.
She always bought organic bug spray, an aromatherapy blend, not anything with DEET. This one had rosemary, lavender, cedarwood, and lemon eucalyptus oil.
Ooh.
I wonder if it actually worked.
Oh, it sounds like it smells good. I mean...
Another part of Dad's journal. Did Mom put this here before she disappeared?
Oh, is it full of creepy things? October 28th. Either I've gone crazy or I've discovered something incredible. I don't even know if I can describe it accurately, but I'll try. I know I'll want to remember this. Last night I went out to Willow Creek Park to take some water samples. All of us on the contaminated water team were taking samples, hundreds of them, in order to collect a wide range from various points around the state. It was late, around 11, and I wasn't supposed to be there. The park officially closes at 9. I was in a working mood though, and it's an easy enough matter to climb over the fence, which is only waist high. The moon was almost full, so I had no problem seeing. My dad's a weirdo. I was taking my first samples when I noticed the swans, and here's where I struggled to reconcile what I saw with the rules of reality. A flock of swans flew in and landed in the shallow waters near the shore. Their flap of the wings against their body made a whistling sound so characteristic of the tundra swan. I looked up and saw them coming closer and closer to land. That was the first odd thing, that they would all get so close to the shore. Then as they reached the sand, their bodies began to shift, to mold into something else. They became, I don't know how else to say it, human. Their feathers slithered in a heap to their feet, and the creatures stooped to pick them up and carry them in their hands. They had not seen me. I was hidden behind a rock, and so I continued to watch. There were 5 of them, 2 men and 3 women. They were naked. In the moonlight, their skin was pearly white and their hair was dark and long. They were also slender. Their bones jutted out and their necks were long. They spoke to each other, but I was too far away to hear the words. After a few moments, they put their feathers down in a thicket of trees and walked into the forest, each going a separate way. I waited an hour for them to come back, but they didn't, so I left. I would have liked to investigate the feathers, but I didn't want them to know I'd been nearby. Now it feels like a missed opportunity. This is what I've seen. Reading over what I've written, I doubt myself again and again. There must have been some sort of explanation. Some piece of the puzzle is missing, but this is what I've seen. I can't get the image of these creatures out of my mind. October 29th. I returned to the park last night and waited until 2 a.m. but I saw nothing. Perhaps they don't come out every night. Or perhaps I thought I saw them. But my medication's been the same for years now though, so the idea of it suddenly causing this kind of abnormality is alarming. If I had changed brands or started taking different dosage, or had forgotten to take my pills for several days in a row, but none of these are true, and so I can't be judged. I had to have impacted the situation. I could hardly concentrate as I drove to the EnviroCorp office to perform the nitrogen load tests. When it began to rain, I forgot to turn on the wipers until the windshield was swimming with little torrents of water. I'll go it again tonight. If I don't see them, then I'll assume it was all foolishness. Is it? Is it? Oh, now I don't even know. It might not be.
This was a gift from Mom to the volunteers. It's
Aw.
her favorite poem. All Yeats's fairies, glimmering midnights. Man, she loves that stuff.
I'm, concerned my mother's a
That's
swan
where
now.
they keep all the equipment. Rakes, hoes, trash pickers, wheelbarrows, that kind of thing.
Okay. So we got a bunch of my dad's journal entries now, which he's either a hallucinogenic psychopathic weirdo or my mother's a swan. It's one of those two things. I mean, I'm not sure which exactly. Alright, fast travel. Kitchen, upstairs, hallway, volunteer shed. Okay, I can, let's not fast travel. Let's take the slow way home so we can think about what's been going on. I'm a little bit stuffy today. Bike home. Okay, let's just go in the front door and confront my father about the weird cell phone and the weird journal and the weird everything and just being a weirdo. And hopefully we get some answers. Walk to living room. Hey, Dad. You weirdo? Oh boy, he's still here. Boy, do I have some questions for you. Find your cell phone.
You were looking for this, right?
You found my phone. Oh, thank God. I was afraid I dropped it down the sink again, or that I... Wait.
Down the sink?
Where did you find this?
No, it was in the park.
It was out in Willow Creek Park.
I was afraid of that. Why were you out there? It's frigid today. Never mind that. Just tell me. Did you look at the text messages?
No.
No.
Okay. Good.
Being sneaky. Why are you asking?
Was there a reason why I shouldn't have looked?
When one finds other people's personal possessions, one doesn't go rifling through them.
Oh, now
Does
I feel
one?
like I should have told him.
Usually not, but
So you did look. Why?
I wanted to make sure it was yours.
I wanted to make sure the phone was yours.
You figured that out quickly, I'll surmise.
I mean,
Did.
there are 2 texts from me, which I remember writing.
Oh boy, that's right to the point. So is that. Did you talk with that reporter? Did you get a drink with Jack? No. Who's that?
Who is Sarika Bakshi?
She's my co-worker in the lab. Sarika's a bit of a hard-ass.
Dad!
I mean, difficult to work with.
Let's
Why
get
were
right
you
to it.
texting Sasha Williamson?
She texted me first.
Were you visiting the memorial wall again?
I was. But I just wanted to see what everyone was saying about her, what they were leaving on the wall. What do you think when you look at it? The wall, I mean.
I didn't see anything. Yeah, an urge to keep
I feel
looking.
energy.
That's
Something
about it.
pulling me forward, telling me to keep looking.
Well,
I wish I had your conviction. But I'm too old for that kind of energy now. Or maybe I just never had the potential for it. Anyway, I'm sorry you saw those texts. One, because Sasha doesn't think highly of me, as you probably noticed. Two, because she texts like a middle school girl.
everyone texts like that.
Did you ever talk with that reporter?
That Johnson woman? No, of course not. Someone else must have done it, although I don't know who.
Wasn't me.
Did you get to have a drink with Jack?
I wish I had been able to. I'm far too busy for that kind of thing.
How busy
haven't seen
is he?
Jack in
He takes water samples and looks at ducks.
6 months?
You could make an effort. He misses you, Dad.
I'm no fun to pal around with anymore.
Well, there's your phone back then. Glad I could return it to its rightful owner.
I am too. Imagine the field day that Johnson woman would have if she got a hold of this.
I'll let you get back to work.
Huh. Well, now I don't know. I don't know. I don't feel as bad now. But I feel like a lot of my decisions are affecting my... like, just what's going on. Let's see what Gus is up to. Gus seems to know what's up. Ooh, here we go.
Hey, Gus. Got a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about Bernadette Simmons?
Bernadette Simmons. That name sounds familiar, but...
It doesn't sound familiar to me. Who was that?
Can you tell me some more?
Henry Simmons. Oh, okay. She disappeared, yeah.
She also disappeared
That's
without
who
a
that is.
trace.
The other one that vanished.
Her. Yeah, now I remember. The beach at the park is named after her, isn't it?
That's right.
Well, yeah. I do know a little. I checked a book on Alon County history out of the library last year. Did you know that in 1869, crabs rained out of the sky?
Fascinating, Gus.
Seriously.
They'd been swept up by a freak tornado, then deposited on the town. The book said that everybody thought it was the apocalypse. Raining blue crabs.
Wouldn't be very fun.
Anyway.
Like
Bernadette Simmons.
armored spiders.
Henry Simmons married her after he'd gotten rich and started building Tintagel. He just showed up one day with her and was all, "This is my wife, everybody!" Which was weird because no one could figure out where she was
Is that how people
from.
announce their wives?
You'd think Henry Simmons would marry a Rockefeller cousin or something, but no. He married Bernadette. Apparently, people in Abbott's Landing started thinking that she was a witch from New Orleans because she was so strange, and she had a bunch of miscarriages. Then, she just disappeared.
That's not a reason to
The
think
case
someone's
was
a
never
witch.
solved.
Doesn't that sound familiar?
A little, I guess. Why'd you want to know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought it might have something to do with Mom's case.
Maybe, but probably not.
Maybe
Just
she's
because the
a
cases
swan.
sound similar doesn't mean a disappearance that long ago had anything to do with Mom. If you looked harder, you could probably find plenty of people who disappeared under similar circumstances.
Really?
But Abbott's Landing has never been that big. Don't you think that if there were other unsolved disappearances, people would know?
Probably.
In a place like this? If everybody, even me, knows that Sarah Beth Willis had to go to rehab because she got drunk too much, there's no way that anyone could keep something like a disappearance quiet. This
Yeah.
place has been around for a while, though. People forget things.
Like people
How
turning into
did
swans?
you find out about Sarah Beth?
Someone told me at school. That's how everybody finds out
Oh,
about
small
everything.
towns. Where everybody knows everything about
Yes.
everybody.
All right. That's all I wanted to know.
Is it? That's not all I want to know. Ooh, his
You
diary.
wouldn't happen to know anything about a diary of Dad's floating around here, would you?
Diary? What? No.
Come on, Gus. Are you sure about
Are
that?
you sure about that?
No.
Gus?
So you're not sure.
No.
So that means you do know something.
Maybe. Okay.
Oh, come on.
Okay. Look under my bed.
Oh.
There are some pages there. You can read them, but give them back when you're done.
Under bed.
There it is.
Nice. October 30th. Oh, it's the next day. I've seen them again. It was exactly like the first time. 5 swans became 5 humans and deposited their feathers in a stand of trees by the shore. This time, I hid myself closer so that I could hear them. They were speaking English, but a simplistic kind, the sort a 5-year-old might speak. They were talking excitedly about what they would do as people. Run, climb trees, leap off the swings on the playground, or have a conversation with other people. The notion of speaking with humans seemed to be a daring one, and only one of them, the tallest of the females, seemed to show any enthusiasm for it. When they had gone, I crept over to the trees to get a better look at these robes. They were sumptuous, nothing but white feathers on white feathers. I couldn't tell how they were held together, no sign of needlework. I'll return tomorrow and speak to them, to the tallest female maybe. October 31st. I followed my chosen subject through the woods almost to the gate of the park before I was sure we were alone. Hello, I said. She turned, and when she saw me, she looked terrified. She seemed as if she might run away, so I told her to wait and that I only wanted to talk. She asked me why. I want to know more about you, I told her. That seemed to be enough. Below are brief notes of what we discussed. She says she's always a swan during the day, but can become a human at night. Is my mother a swan? Like, she didn't become a swan. She started off as a swan? Huh. Her kind, whatever they are, can only do this here. They spend spring and summer in the Arctic, where it's too cold for naked humans to survive without frostbite. She says that many years ago, her kind came ashore more frequently, but now there are too many people and we scare them. She speaks English because she doesn't know another language. She didn't know that it was called English. What she knows, she learned from eavesdropping on others' conversations, like Frankenstein's monster. She still seemed tense after an hour, so I asked her if I could come back another night to prove that all I wanted to do was learn from her. 2 nights from now, she said. I won't be able to rest till then. November 3rd. Margaret is very beautiful. I've taken to calling her Margaret. Her real name, she said, wasn't something she knew how to say as a human. She has long, dark, wavy hair, which is always touching when she talks. Her cheekbones are high, her nose is sharp, her lips are thin and wide, and her chin is strong. Her skin is bright white. Margaret is an old-fashioned name, which fits her old-fashioned type of beauty. She's very curious about the human world. Last night, she asked me things like, how do cars work, and what is my family like, and how did I learn to read, and where does money come from? She's spoken with other humans, she said, but not often, and never as long as she talked to me. I liked hearing that. Okay, so she's not my mother, but maybe we're seeing if Violet has any of the journal tucked away. Okay, let's go to Violet's room. They all got pieces of this damn diary. But my father talking to fucking hallucinogenic swans. Okay. Oh, the violin case.
I try to remember to put it.
Okay, maybe not the violin case. Card. Happy. Oh, I never even been here. Happy 16th. You can't believe you're this old already. Hope you like the strawberry shortcake made. Lots of love. Apostle. Wow.
Merle's the one getting all the first place ribbons now. I used to think I was good, but she's the next Missy Franklin, I swear.
Very athletic. College list.
This
notes.
is for the link.
That's all just. Alright, I don't think there's anything in here that we can find. So I think we're going to. How do I get out of here? No, not enter office. Walk to the kitchen because it's the only way out. I think there was another option out here. Yeah, that's right. We had an option to go to the tracks and not the park. So, in the next episode, we will go to the tracks where I'm sure we're going to find more, I don't know, crazy stories about how crazy my father is. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit that like button down below. Thank you for all the response for yesterday's video, by the way. You're all awesome. Keep being awesome, and I will see all of you in the next video.